Computational English by Lucian. Green ratios 3 and 4. 21. I prepared to create a brain mousse. I did this by writing a book for my brain. First, I wrote a part about my senses. Second, I wrote a part about my memory and cognition. Third, I wrote a part about my muscles. In this way, I prepared to create a brain mousse by writing a book for my brain. 22. I prepared to examine the noumenon. I did this by using the trivium. First, I applied geometry to an idea. Second, I applied logic to the idea. Third, I applied grammar to the idea. In this way, I prepared to examine the noumenon by using the trivium. 23. I prepared to create the university. I did this by observing that non-cosmologist was protected when she paid the cosmologist meditation teacher for meditation training. First, I delivered yogic training in meditation and medicine. Second, I delivered business training in economics, pedagogical training, theological protection and development of specific area of study. Third, I delivered professor training in creative writing, theater, music, fine arts, film, etc. In this way, I prepared to create the university by observing that non-cosmologist was protected when she paid the cosmologist meditation teacher for meditation training. 24. I prepared to facilitate book presentations. I did this by operating the book club. First, I read the first book, reviewed and rated it. Second, I read the next book, the review and rating of which interested me. Third, I repeated this until I had read all the books from an era. In this way, I prepared to facilitate book presentations by operating the book club. 25. I prepared to attain famous status in the department. I did this by becoming a professor. First, I wrote books. Second, I analyzed the material using professorial ways of thinking, reasoning 20 reasonings out per sentence. Third, I earned the prerequisite qualifications. In this way, I prepared to attain famous status in the department by becoming a professor. 26. I prepared to demonstrate sentient knowledge about grammar. I did this by writing 10-20 reasonings per sentence in my philosophy. First, I decided to write about broccoli. Second, I wrote 10 reasonings about it as a pedagogue. Third, I wrote a further 10 about it as a professor. In this way, I prepared to demonstrate sentient knowledge about grammar by writing 10-20 reasonings per sentence in my philosophy. 27. I prepared to show how the doll's digestive system was like a human's digestive system. I did this by simulating the doll eating broccoli. First, I explained to the listener that I didn't mean the doll actually ate the broccoli. Second, I explained to the listener that I didn't mean that the broccoli ate the doll. Third, I explained to the listener that I didn't mean a homophonous phrase, doll eating broccoli, meaning that the doll appeared to strike a chime in the broccoli. In this way, I prepared to show how the doll's digestive system was like a human's digestive system by simulating the doll eating broccoli. 28. I prepared to paint ideas when writing my thesis. I did this by writing the thesis. First, I wrote a Derridine story. Second, I wrote an algorithm. Third, I reordered and synthesized the parts of the algorithm. In this way, I prepared to paint ideas when writing my thesis by writing the thesis. 29. I prepared to write down one idea at a time. I did this by taking notes during the lecture. First, I creatively structured the secondary text. Second, I wrote it. Third, I verified it. In this way, I prepared to write down one idea at a time by taking notes during the lecture. 30. I prepared to create a tofu ice cream pyramid. I did this by scooping the tofu ice cream. First, I held the scoop. Second, I scooped a scoop of tofu ice cream. Third, I continued to place scoops of tofu ice cream in the bowl until there were enough scoops. In this way, I prepared to create a tofu ice cream pyramid by scooping the tofu ice cream.